Welcome to another episode of Ship of War, my review of The Great Gatsby.
Ship of War. When ship happens, I'm there.
Now let me be completely honest, I knew nothing about this story before going into the movie. I never read the book. It was never a requirement for me in high school to read it. I really honestly knew nothing of this story. So I went into this film completely blind to what the story was going to be, how the film was going to finish, all of that. I had no idea. And I have to say, overall, after watching the movie, I was slightly disappointed with it. But the more I thought about it, the more I ended up going back and then liking certain parts of the movie. I think the main thing that made me not really dislike the movie, but be disappointed with the film was that I wasn't expecting it to end the way it ended. It ended up being a pretty sad ending, and it showed the fault of humanity in such a way, and it just made you really dislike some characters in this film, and it showed how people are very shallow and selfish and just think about themselves and think about material things, and they don't really think about other people. It's just a really horrible ending to a movie that started out so well. For me, it started out so well. Like, it started off with such a good flow to it, and I was really enjoying what I was watching. The visuals were stunning. The music, I know that there's people who had issues with the music at my screening. Like, they didn't like the fact that they mixed, like, current music of now with the music, for that time, that era of time. I didn't have a problem with that. I thought that was good. I thought it was clever. I enjoyed it. I didn't have a problem with that. Like, overall, I enjoyed everything in the film besides how the film ended. Like, there was a certain point in the film that it just like hit this roadblock, and it just stopped being that fun film, and then it started getting into this dramatic, more serious tone that I personally wasn't feeling, because I was having so much fun with the beginning of the movie that when we got to this point, I was like, where's all the fun and the colorful and the music, and why is this getting so depressing? I don't like this. And that's why I didn't overall enjoy the film. I really enjoyed the relationship between Leonardo DiCaprio's character Gatsby and Tobey Maguire, Nick. I really enjoyed their relationship, their bromance that they had in the film. And it's fun to watch them together because in reality, Leonardo DiCaprio and Tobey Maguire are good friends. So it's really interesting to see these two people who've known each other since they were kids, be in a film together and interacting with each other as friends when in real life they're really good friends. As for the romance between Leonardo DiCaprio's character and Carey Mulligan, I have to say I enjoyed it to a certain point, and then it got to that point where it got serious and depressing and just downright made me hate certain people in this world and how they act towards other people, and that whole romance that was there in the film just completely fell apart for me, and I just couldn't enjoy it anymore after that point. So the romance in this film is nothing to brag about, nothing to even praise, because even though it started off well at a certain point, it just fell apart. Like, I was rooting for them. I was really rooting for them, and then you see how that character that Carey Mulligan plays turns to be a biatch at the end. You just hate that character so much. So overall, I enjoyed the visuals, I enjoyed the music, I overall enjoyed the movie until it got to that depressing point, but I think that's the story of The Great Gatsby. So it's not like I can really change that, so I can't really knock the movie for a story or a portion of the story that is part of the book. So with overall, I enjoyed the movie, but I didn't enjoy it as much as I would have loved to enjoy it. So I recommend this movie to those who haven't already seen it and are curious to see it. Check it out. At least check it out for the visuals, because this movie is just stunning. Like, visually, it is such a stunning movie. I saw it in 3D and it was jaw-dropping, because I normally don't praise 3D, and there's another one of those movies where the 3D was done well, and overall the movie was really beautiful visually. It was just stunning in my opinion. So that is all for this episode of Ship of War. Goodbye, and until next time. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. With you guys, I was looking forward to this movie when I saw the trailer, but then after I saw the trailer, I thought to myself, a movie with a bunch of comedic actors in it. The last movie I saw that did the same formula ended up being a train wreck, and that is Grown Up. So I kept thinking that there's a possibility this movie could be another Grown Up, where you have these talented comedic actors life all in one movie, and then the movie just turns out to be very unfunny and just